Hello everyone, Happy New Year to you all, and I hope that this new year is coming as flawlessly and great as you want it to be. So, in today's video, we'll be traveling right into China and discovering their global interior design styles and how the Asian Zen trends are incorporated into it, what the traditional and contemporary ways are, and how the Chinese people decor their homes. And as the Chinese New Year is also coming up soon, so if you want to have those interior design elements during the Chinese New Year inside of your house, you can take your inspiration from this video, and it would be a perfect blend for talking about furniture to color palettes and just everything included inside of it. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I am Asmi Vijayavargi and let's get right into it. So now let's move on and talk about how a Chinese typical house looks like and what elements they basically use. So we'll be talking about the color palettes, furniture styles and their traditional patterns and motifs. So basically, when we start with color pattern and palettes, then they basically signify and have hold a symbolism inside of it. It is about cultural symbolism, like they use red and gold majorly, which stands for opulence, and red stands for luck and happiness, while gold is a way to showcase bringing wealth and prosperity inside of the house. They also pair it with other colors or neutral tones, like it could be white for having purity or jade green to symbolize growth inside of the house. So it is about having a impactful and also a more symbolic color palette inside of the house. So a typical Chinese home would have colors with meanings inside of their home. And when we talk about moving on to furniture styles, then they are basically about having craftsmanship and the Ming and Qing dynasties proper craftsmanship included, like including armors or tea tables and day beds inside of the housing, and having sleek lines and intricate carvings inside of the furniture to give it that edge. And it is about having glossy finishes or lacquer to give it that timeless appeal, as it is about having a timeless furniture and decor inside of the house which fits both with traditional and modern decor designs, if whatever you would like to incorporate inside of your house. The colors red and gold play a major role inside of it, and it is basically a theme of a typical Chinese house, as it represents symbolic meaning and bringing opulence and happiness inside of the house. So gold is basically safe for furniture and stuff, while there could be red cushions and using silk cushions or having such walls like that and fabrics with these colors, and they are dominating the walls or the artworks inside of the house to have it a more harmonious look. They also pair it with other neutral elements like the colors I told before. They also have a habit of incorporating lanterns inside of the house. If you've ever seen anywhere of the house, they could be made of paper, silk, or even metal, but they are inside of it to give it that warm, inviting edge to the household. Moving on to patterns and motifs, then they are basically about having patterns like clouds or waves or geometrical shapes, and especially in motifs they also include dragons and phoenixes. So it is about having a storytelling and way of representing art in the form of interior design, which is a really fabulous concept in its own. They give this bold look inside of the house and have creativity filled with it. They could be on the walls in form of artwork, in form of furniture, in ceramics, or even fabrics, or however you would wish to incorporate or however the person would like to decorate it. So these are the typical elements. Now let's move forward and discuss. Now let's discuss the Feng Shui design and interior style, and how the principles and everything is incorporated into the bedroom and living room layouts of a typical Chinese home. So basically, the feng shui design is based upon having open spaces, having natural lighting inside of the house to create balance and harmony inside of the house and give it a clutter free look while having positive vibes and positive energy inside of the house and attracting it. So it basically has neutral tones with vibrant accents of again red and gold inside of it to also have that cultural symbolism. It is usually backed with having a seating area in outside of the house and having proper arrangements to let the natural lighting flow inside of the house, to have open pathways and avoid blocking any sort of lighting. And in a typical feng shui bedroom, the beds would be placed against a solid wall and not near windows or any door to have some stability and have that energy flow inside of the room perfectly. And it is basically to have a restful and balanced space and to have that relaxation effect and promote good health to a human body. The feng shui room layout basically includes having plants for vitality and mirrors to reflect that positive energy which they are trying to attract. And along with many other things, it is about having a relaxation place and a proper cozy welcoming environment inside of your house which is filled with having vibes of prosperity and abundance into it. Now let's move forward with the Zen inspired interior. The Zen design is basically the same as in the one we heard about in the Japanese interior deco, but it also have incorporated in the Chinese interior design styles with other different elements of the Chinese way included into it. The typical Zen design is about having earthy tones and having a harmonious, balanced way, having a lot of natural lighting, a connection to nature, and a warm, relaxing space. And the Chinese interior is about that too, like having snow stone accents and bamboo and wood inside of the house. The bamboo makes for a great lightweight and durable furniture, which makes it great for creating it to chairs or tables inside of the house, as it is both durable and lightweight and also eco-friendly, which is a big thing which we need to incorporate right now. And having wood furniture, especially with those intricate wood carvings, is basically the hallmark of a Chinese interior design style. It is about creating a perfect and have showcasing skilled craftsmanship inside of the house. It could be on door panels, it could be on doors, tables, any sort of furniture, cupboards, wardrobes, and have intricate carvings of animal or other natural elements having geometric patterns inside of it, which bridges the gap between art and utility. And that is not all. As incorporating the Zen and Chinese design style, it also includes having wall art like the calligraphy wall art, which is about having featuring characters and Chinese characters and calligraphy with prosperity and peace about it. It is about adding a cultural depth and elegance inside of the house. The other pieces like this include having oriental or antique pieces inside of the house to have that harmonious edge and also have a cultural symbolism through it and add on to that feature of having that storytelling impact inside of the house. To move to 2025 with having this sustainable biophilic Chinese interior design inside of your house, have that modern and yet vintage and timeless appeal of a typical Chinese interior house. Then let's talk about the elements you can incorporate inside of your house. Like the Chinese decorative elements include having artistic vases and porcelain vases with woodworks also of intricate carvings as stated previously. They talk about having pretty ceramics inside of the house which you can sourced from your local markets or even from online stores. You can have durable yet affordable bamboo interior inside of your house. You can get bamboo furniture inside of your house or have that intricate carving. You can create silk or paper lanterns inside of your house, as having silk or even paper lantern is a huge thing inside of a typical Chinese house. You can do that to incorporate that DIY yet affordable Chinese style element inside of your house and give it that timeless yet inviting and comfortable appeal, and get your vibes filled with that positive energy and hold that cultural significance also inside of the house. You can have the decluttering space and focus on the mindfulness and relaxation ways, incorporate natural spaces inside of the house. There are also talk about having handcrafted Chinese rugs which are filled with the Chinese designs and their typical designs which are handcrafted, which can again be bought from local Chinese markets, so you can source them from a ethical site which sells real ones, or you can also get a copy made for now and have that designer element inside of your house. There are also mentions of oriental partition screens, so you can have that partition, and they also showcase the designs and artistic ways of the Chinese style. They are often made of wood or silk and are also a decorative element inside of the house. There are also Chinese folding screens which have the both utility of an art and function and also provide privacy inside of the house. The other way to have that biophilic edge inside of the house is to have Chinese indoor gardens, especially the Siheyan style, which is the traditional Chinese courtyard house, and it represents harmony and symmetry. Its layout is with rooms and a central courtyard, which is also basically a Chinese indoor garden inside of your house. It features include bonsai trees, bamboo, water elements, and also stone arrangements. You can have enclosed gardens or open air courtyards into modern homes, which blends the traditional and functionality. It is about promoting a sense of well being inside of the house. And these gardens serve as tranquil spaces, and also they are filled with greenery, which are a great place for relaxation and to clear your mind. Now, let's move forward and talk about the regional Chinese interior and how they are different and how the things are affected like that. So, starting with the Shanghai inspired home decor, it is about having a blend of East and West, about having that Art Deco vibe, which includes Chinese motifs and have dark wood furniture. Then create a cosmopolitan yet traditional vibe to the house. It includes luxurious fabrics and also geometric patterns inside of the house. Whereas, when talking about the Beijing style, it is about having imperial influences inside of the house, having bold colors like red and gold, and these designs blend opulence with cultural authenticity. And it also has ornate furniture with lacquer finishes into it. Then we move on to the urban Chinese home design, which is about having a multifunctional house, and it combines compact functionality with cultural elements. It includes having smart home features and traditional decor like vases and lanterns inside of the house. The next is northern and southern decor. So, whereas the northern decor is more about having a heavier furniture design, it is about having muted colors, intricate carvings, and it is focused on warmth. These interiors often include plush textiles and earth toned palettes, which is to combat the colder climates. Whereas in the southern ones, it is more lighter, and it also represents the lighter climate which is there, and the pastel hues dominated, which is so unlike from the northern style, and it reflects the region's warmer climate, and it is about having airy layouts and bamboo rattan furniture into it and having a more lighter vibe into it. So, if you learned from this video, make sure to give it a like, and I hope you enjoyed learning about